he left also. Nice. So yesterday we started watching multi-dimensional arrays. Okay. So before starting multi-dimensional arrays, I just want to convey what happens when you declare a single dimensional array. Okay. See, single dimensional arrays we have declared in this way. Okay. I said we have declared single dimensional array in this way. Clear? What happens when I create a single dimensional array in this way? In your RAM, you'll have two parts. One is not two parts, many parts are there. Okay. We majorly use two parts, stack and heap. Stack always stores local variables, global variables, all that kind of stuff. And heap stores dynamic memory. That means while executing the program, memory will be allocated. No, that kind of variables are stored in heap. Objects are always stored in heap. Variables are stored in stack. So what stack contains? Stack contains this variable, this memory location, some memory location whose name is A. Okay. And whenever new is used, it allocates some memory in the heap area. Okay. That means I need how much memory? 5 integers. That means 20 bytes of memory is allocated. This starting address is stored in this guy. Starting address. Suppose if it is 2000, the address, the 2000 is contained here. So actually A is not containing the array. A is containing the address of the starting point of your array. So your array can hold, this is 20 bytes. This is 20 bytes. Okay. Your array can hold 5 integers. Clear? So 2000 plus 4, this is 204, 208 in that way. Clear? So this is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. Okay? A of 4 ante ఇది ఎలా వస్తుందో తెలుసా? Starting address plus 4. 4 into 4, that means 4 integers memory is added, that becomes 2016. It will go here. Okay. So in that way memory is allocated. So what I said, this is stack, this is heap. When I create array, it will allocate memory in this way. Suppose in somewhere in program, if I write int b is equal to a, do you know what happens? B is also an array, but we are assigning the same memory location. A is pointing to this guy, no? Same memory location is assigned to this. That means no physical object is created separately. The same memory location is used for this purpose. Okay. So this is what I want to convey by writing from the last two classes. Stack contains the actual reference. Heap contains the physical array. Okay. So now we'll see multi-dimensional arrays. How multi-dimensional arrays are declared? Multi-dimensional arrays are declared in this way. This is for single dimension, no? For multi-dimension, we'll keep in this way. Okay. And this is array name followed by, to allocate memory, the same old operator new. Okay. What kind of array I want to create? I want to store integers. Okay. So here I have to specify dimensions. Suppose if I specify 3 here and 5 here, I want to store 5 columns and 3 rows. Do you know what is the meaning of this? Okay. This A is stored in stack. Okay. And what is this A? It contains address of some 15 integers place. Okay. That A will be pointed here. Clear? But actually, this is general understanding. Actually, what happens is, this A will point to an array of an array of 3 locations. This is A of 0, this is A of 1, this is A of 2. Okay, and this A of 0 points to a single dimensional array which has 5 elements. This points to a single dimensional array which has 5 elements, and this points to a single dimensional array with 5 elements. That means you are storing 3 single dimensional arrays whose size is 5. Understanding what I am saying? 3 single dimensional arrays whose size is 5. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, so that's the thing happens. So like this we'll declare. It's not always integer. It's not always integers. You can even declare. Other arrays. Character array also can be declared in this way. It's not always integers. Because of our convenience, I said like this. So A is a character array which can store up to 30 characters. So this is the way we store 2-dimensional arrays. Okay. So yesterday we have seen a program and how to read and write. Okay. So this is the program yesterday I have shown you. And is this for loop is clear to everyone? Just say me yes or no. Is this for loop clear to everyone? How to print a array? Is the for loop clear? Everyone? Okay, nice then. So in this for loop, what we are doing? We have 4 rows. 4 times we are iterating. In every row, we have 2 columns. For every column, we are printing like this. Okay. See, if you see this array index starts from 0. So the first element is A of 0, 0. Second element is A of 0, 1, A of 2, 3. In this way, the indices are stored. Okay. So before going to matrix operations, we'll see one program that is till now we have written methods to which we have passed normal numbers, and that method also returned normal numbers back to us. Okay, and we'll see a program. We'll see a program which takes an array as argument and which returns an array back to us. Okay. So this is a program. See this, I have a main method here. Okay. In this main method, what I'm doing, I'm initializing one array by 5 elements. It's a single dimensional array with 5 elements. Okay. And I'm printing this original array. As I'm simply printing, I'm not changing the content. I'm using the for each loop. I simply print it. So up to this, the output is 10, 23, 11, 7, 4. Okay. And array name is A. And coming to this is a method. This is a method I have written here. This is a method I have written here, rise even by 2. Okay. And I am calling that method. To that method, what I am passing? I am passing an array. Okay. So as I am passing an array, how I am collecting here? కింద నుంచి కాలర్ నుంచి మీకు array వస్తుంది. It's an integer array అని చెప్పడం కోసం I am keeping this. Okay. If I don't keep these square brackets, it will treat ARR as a normal integer. Okay. And here this is rise even by 2. That means if your array has even numbers, you have to square it. Okay. So I don't know the size here. So to know the size, I am using the length operator. Clear? So I is equal to 0, I less than array of length I plus plus. That means for all the elements, I am checking whether there is an even number or not. So this code helps me to check even number. If it is an even number, what I am doing? I am doing array of I whole square. Okay. So for all even numbers, square is calculated. After that, I want to send this array back. Here, the return type is also an array. As I am sending an array back, this is return type of the method. Okay, this is name of the method, these are arguments, and this is return type. We will not write return type in Python. Simply def method name argument. Akkada argument kuda data type undadu, anta simple Python. Okay, here return type we have to specify. If I specify int, only normal integer will be will go back to the caller, but I want to send an array. To specify that, I have used this square brackets. Okay, so I'm taking an array and sending an array back. And see this now. As I'm sending an array, good. As array is coming back, I am collecting it in an array. B is equal to rise even by 2. B kuda array ayundal kabatti I'm declaring like this. Okay, vachin array indulo petta. After that, I'm printing that. Okay, so do you want to see what's the output now? What's this? Pass and return.java. The original array is 10, 23, 11, 7, 4, and even number 10 is raised by a power 2, so 100 in the 23 as it is, 11 as it is, 7 as it is, 4 is even number, so it has become a 16. Okay, so hope you understood how to send an array and how to return an array. This is the way we write. Suppose if I am sending two-dimensional array back, here I have to put two square brackets. Okay, just check this program for some time and we'll go to the matrix operations. So you know how to declare a two-dimensional array now, and okay, so mostly we have to do matrix operations. Can you write matrix operations in Java, or do you want me to write few programs? I want to know from you and then I'll continue. Why to waste time unnecessarily? Can you write matrix operations programs in Java, or you want me to write few methods? Just I want to know from you. Speak out. No one is awake. Suppose two matrices are given, you want to find multiplication of them. Okay. No ma'am ante cheppala udda Jahnavi. Please speak out. Abhishek.
Cheppandi mama, sorry.
Okay, nice. Okay, so we'll write few programs to do matrix operations. Okay, if you are unable to follow our struct with the understanding, please let me know so that we can repeat it, because we are in a platform where I cannot see your faces. Okay. So we'll write a program from scratch. I want to write a class matrix multiplication. I am writing everything in a single class in first unit. From the next unit, we'll write more number of classes. Day by day, we have to grow, no? Okay. So someone tell me what is the name of this file? Ela save cheyali neni file ni? What should be the name of the file? I will ask, no one will respond. So the file name should be matrix multiplication dot java. Okay. And public static void main string args, we know this. Okay. Am I typing anywhere mistake? Is there any mistake here? Why it's coming? Matrix multiplication. Anyways, we'll see later when we run it. Okay. I want to read the number of rows and columns from keyboard. To read something, we need to import scanner. Okay. Import java.util.scanner. Nice. Where's that? Okay. And we have come here. So I want to read number of rows and columns in the first matrix and number of rows and columns in the second matrix. Okay, matrix addition andarki ela jarugutundo telusu kada. We'll read two matrices first. Okay, so rows and columns of first matrix and rows and columns of second matrix we'll read. Otherwise, to make it simple, later we'll change it. To make it simple, I'll read a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so we'll declare two matrices. Two matrices of size 3 by 3. By default, they'll contain zeros. Okay, and if I want to read values from keyboard, I need to declare a scanner object. Okay, scanner sc is equal to new scanner of system.in. Okay, here I am using kb in place of sc. Okay, sorry, sc in place of kb. Earlier I used kb. No, you can put anything here that is a user defined literal, user defined identifier. Okay, now I want to read matrix A. Matrix A has 3 rows and 3 columns. So how to run that? For int I is equal to 0, I less than 3. I know the number of rows, అందుకని డైరెక్ట్ గా హార్డ్ కోడ్ చేసేసాము. For int j is equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Okay, so in the first iteration I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. That means I am reading a of 0 0. In the next one I0 j 1. Okay, so I am reading 0 1. Next 0 2. When j becomes 3, ఈ లూప్ అయిపోతుంది, i becomes 1. 1 0 1 1 1 2 రీడ్ చేస్తాం. మళ్ళీ 2 0 2 1 2 2 రీడ్ చేస్తాం. In that way from 0 0 to 2 2 will read. Okay, so I want to read a of ij. Okay, how to read sc dot next int. Okay, so before this, if you put a welcome message, it will look nice kada. System dot out dot println enter first matrix. Is this loop clear to everyone? Is this loop clear to everyone?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
this okay, nice. So we'll read the second matrix. Okay, we'll read the second matrix. Second matrix is also of dimension 3 cross 3, but the name of the second matrix is B. So you are reading B. Now you have two matrices at your end. Okay, A matrix and B matrix. Now how to perform matrix addition? How to perform matrix addition? You all know, kada? So Matrix addition is nothing but adding this A of 0, 0, this one. A of 0, 0, B of 0, 0 is equal to C of 0, 0. A of 0, 1 plus B of 0, 1 is equal to C of 0, 1. That means C of ij is equal to A of ij plus B of ij. Okay. Hope it is clear to everyone. So we'll calculate resultant matrix. For that reason, we need C. Okay. So we have declared one matrix to store. Where is that? To store my answer. To store my answer, I have declared a variable C. Okay. Now, for every row and every column, I have to perform addition. No. So int I is equal to 0. I less than 3. I plus plus. For int j is equal to 0. J less than 3. J plus plus. C of ij is equal to A of ij. See, case sensitive నేను C స్మాల్ లో డిక్లేర్ చేశాను, స్మాల్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. A and B క్యాపిటల్ లో డిక్లేర్ చేశాను, క్యాపిటల్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే. So I have calculated my C. Now I have to print my answer. Yesterday we learned how to print a matrix. For int I equals to 0, I'm typing again and again so that you will see I plus plus. For int j is equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. System dot out dot print. I want to print answer C of ij. Okay. So the inner for loop will print the entire row. After printing the row, I want to go to the next line. Then only I'll get the matrix form. So this is for going to the next line. As outer for loop has 2 lines, I have to keep these inside brackets. One first statement is there, one output statement is there. So for that reason, I am keeping it in a bracket. Okay. So what I have done here, very worst program. I am thinking that always my matrices are of size 3 by 3, 3 by 3. Okay. I have created a scanner object. I am reading my first matrix. 9 elements I am reading from A of 0, 0, 0, 1 to A of 2, 2. Okay. And I am reading my second matrix and keeping it in B of ij. I followed the same format. Okay. And here by using the first 2 matrices, I have computed the answer matrix, which is C. Okay. And coming to this is printing of the answer. These 2 are input and this is processing and this is output. Everything I have written inside main. Okay. As a beginner, everything I have written inside main. We'll see this now.
Ma'am, line 27 lo int spelling wrong, ma'am.
Nana?
Line 27 lo int spelling wrong type chesaru.
Okay, thank you.
Line 22 lo kuda, ma'am.
So I'm using a new laptop. Some keypad is somewhat new to me. Thank you. Okay. So we'll run this Java C. What is this? Matrix. I kept the name as matrix multiplication. What is this then? What is this then? What is this? I I would have kept matrix operations. Okay, we are not doing only multiplication now. Later we can change. Java C, right now it is matrix multiplication. Okay. So it's asking me to enter the first matrix. How many numbers I have to enter? I have to enter 9 numbers. Okay. I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Second matrix I am giving all ones so that I can see my output in a clear manner. See, in place of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it has given 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything is raised by 1. It's addition of 2 matrices. Hope it is clear to you. Is it clear now?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear now? Okay. Now we'll rectify this program step by step. See, here my program is always working for 3 by 3 matrices. But this is not always the case. Your program should work for any dimension. Okay? M cross n plus m cross n. For anything, it should work. Kada? So we'll see. How to read the dimensions of first matrix. Okay? So I'm changing this in a finer way. System.out.println. Enter the dimensions of first matrix. I'm reading the dimensions of first matrix. Okay. So to read the dimensions of first matrix, I'll use 2 variables, R1, C1, number of rows and columns. Okay. So R1 cross C1 is my matrix dimensions. How to read that? Int R1 is equal to SC dot next int. That's all. Int C1 is equal to SC dot next int. So these are dimensions of my first matrix. And again, I want to read dimensions of my second matrix. Dimensions of second matrix. So let them be R2 cross C2. Okay. Now I want to declare my first matrix. Suppose my R1, C1 are 5, 5. How much memory I have to allocate here? 5 cross 5. Kada? So first memory, I need R1 rows. Okay. And C1. Where I'm typing. Okay. Here R1, C1. See, before using this R1, C1, you should read them. Otherwise, you should not use. I have read it before using this. If I do not read this, if I read after this, it will give an error. Okay. So, ikkadiki vachesariki values telusundali. Enta memory ivvalo telusundali kada? Okay. Next, what should I put here in place of this? R2, C2. Okay. So I read the dimensions of first matrix. I read the dimensions of second matrix. Okay. Now I want to read those matrices. So in place of reading the first matrix, R1, C1. Okay. First matrix I am reading R1 rows and C1 columns. In the second matrix, what should I do? R2 rows and C2 rows. Now you people tell me, if I have a 5 cross 3 matrix and a 3 cross 5 matrix, 5 cross 3 and a 3 cross 5, can I add those two? Is it possible to add a 5 cross 3 matrix and a 3 cross 5 matrix? Can I add?
No, ma'am.
No. So what is the condition to add two matrices? What is the condition to
Same
add
dimensions.
two matrices? Yeah, they should be of same dimensions. First one is this one. Okay. And second one is this one. R1 should be equal to R2 and C1 should be equal to C2. If they are square matrices, well and good. I can add 5 cross 3 and 5 cross 3. I can add 3 cross 2 and 3 cross 2. I can add 3 cross 3 and 3 cross 3. That means to add two matrices, they should be of same dimensions. So how to check those dimensions? How to check whether both are of same dimensions? R1 should be equal to R2 and C1 should be equal to C2. Okay. So before adding, I want to check that condition. Okay. So before adding, I want to check that condition. Where is before adding this part? No? Okay. If R1 is equal to R2, how to write and? How to write and? C1 is equal to C2. Okay. Clear? If the number of rows in first and second and number of columns in first and second are equal, then only I can add. Okay. Otherwise, if both are not equal, then what I have to print? System.out.println. Okay. So how to add matrices? Before adding matrices, you have to declare some array to store the answer. So you are adding R1 by C1 and R2 by C2. Answer dimension ఎంత అవుతుంది? R1 by C1 అయినా R2 by C2 అయినా ఏదైనా సేమే కదా. So I am giving like this. R1 C1. Okay. And for every row and for every column, I need to perform addition. Okay. So I have computed C. And after computation, I have to print R1 C1. Okay. So this is the finer way of writing. Okay. That means here this matrix addition can be done for any kind of dimensions. It's not always for 3 cross 3. Okay. So we have done a lot of modification to it. Hope is I have typed each and every line before you. Is still any problem? So we'll see this. As I have done my changes, I have to compile it. Okay. C multiplication.java. We'll run it. Enter the dimensions of first matrix. Okay. Enter the dimensions of second matrix. I'm giving in a single line so that you can see in a finer way. So 2 cross 2 and 2 cross 2. Addition is possible. So first one I'm giving as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. And second one I'm giving as 2, 2, 2, 2. So the answer should be 3, 3, 3, 3. So it's nice. We'll run it again. Now the dimensions of first matrix are 1 cross 2 and the second dimensions are 2 cross 1. So what you are expecting as output? So it's reading 1 cross 2. After reading only we check, no? Okay. So this is matrix addition is not possible because 1 cross 2 and 2 cross 1 are not compatible for addition. Is this okay? Up to this point, is this okay, Amma? Are you people there? Okay, I'm not watching at the chat. I am on my own. Okay. So this program we have modified it in a too finer way, but still there is some flaw in it. What is that flaw? cramming everything in main. That is not a good programming habit. Okay, I am keeping everything in main. That's not a good programmer's habit. Okay, see this here. I'm reading one matrix. Again, I'm reading one more matrix here. That means reading is happening twice. I am repeating the same block again and again. Okay, and see this. I'm printing something. If I do matrix addition, subtraction, and multiplication in a single program, I will print this 3 times. Kada? So, what if I do this addition and addition part and printing part as a separate method and I call it in main? Then it looks like a good program. That will become a good program. Okay. So, I want to change before you. What is it? Is don't put everything in main. Don't put everything in main. You just separate them into methods. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to write a method for reading a matrix. Okay. So to read a matrix, I need scanner object. Okay. సో ప్రతి చోట ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవడం కన్నా బయట క్రియేట్ చేసేసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి. Okay. When we learned about variables, we can write variable inside a class, outside methods and నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా. That will become instance variable and నేర్చుకున్నాం. Okay. Now I have declared the scanner outside. That means I can use that scanner in all the methods anamata. Okay. So now I want to read. I want to write a method here. I'm keeping public and static common. Do not worry. You let them know what are they. Okay. And I don't know what is the return type. I'll fill the gap later. Okay. What is my main motive of this method? Reading matrix. See the naming convention I am following. It is lower camel case. It is lower camel case. Okay. And what I have to pass? The dimensions. Okay. What dimensions? What are the dimensions of the matrix you are reading? Okay. So rows and columns are coming from outside. Okay. Now you'll read a matrix. To read a matrix, first you have to create a matrix here. Okay. New int of what is the size of my matrix? బయట నుంచి నన్ను R cross C matrix read చేయమన్నారు కాబట్టి I have to declare a matrix of size R cross C. Now I'll read the matrix. I know how to read. Then we can write. Okay. I is equal to 0, I less than R, I plus plus. For int J is equal to 0, J less than C, J plus plus. So what's the next step? A of I, J is equal to scanner dot next int. Okay. So what I've done here? People asked me to read a matrix of size R cross C. I have declared an array of size R cross C. I read and I have to send it back. How to send it back? By return. Return A. So what is my return? What is my return one? An array of 2 dimensions. See this, an array of 2 dimensions. So what should be the return type? I am returning an integer array of 2 dimensions. Is it okay? An integer array of 2 dimensions. Okay. So I created a method. I want to use it now. Okay. So here I am asking enter the first matrix. Okay. So first matrix A is equal to, I have a method called read matrix. Read matrix. What are the arguments? First dani dimensions R1 C1 anukunnam kada. So those things I have to pass. Again, enter the second matrix. Second matrix I want to store in D. To read that matrix, I want to call read matrix method, but this time I want to read a matrix of size R2 cross C2. These two will go and sit in RC. Okay, clear? So we have created a method and utilized it in main method. See how simply we replaced it. We'll see whether it is working or not, then we'll go to the next step. That is the coding skill. For whatever the change you make, you have to test it, whether it is working fine or not. Okay? Do not worry, I'll leave you people by 10:30. If I don't reach multiplication, I'll teach you tomorrow. Okay? But the program should look cleaner. For that reason, I'm spending a lot of time. See, in all these 4 years, this is the art we have to master, the coding skill. Okay? Any నేర్చుకున్న any subjects లో 100 100 వచ్చినా if you are not good at coding, you are not a CS person. Clear? So make yourself good at coding. Spend your time on coding. Oh, I have lot of errors here. What are these? Non-static variable SC cannot be referenced from a static context. ఇది తెలుస్తుంది బట్ ఎర్రర్ చెప్తానండి. నాన్ స్టాటిక్ వేరియబుల్ ఎస్సి ఈజ్ నాన్ స్టాటిక్, కానీ నీ మెథడ్ వచ్చి స్టాటిక్. ఒక నాన్ స్టాటిక్ ని స్టాటిక్ మెథడ్ లో పిలవకూడదు అని చెప్తుంది. యూ కమ్ టు నో అబౌట్ ఇట్, డు నాట్ వర్రీ. ఓకే, బట్ ఫర్ టైమ్ బీయింగ్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ఈజ్ for time being I made it static. Okay, so Java matrix multiplication. So enter the dimensions of first matrix, dimensions of second matrix. First matrix 1 2 3 4, second matrix 0 0 0 0. So it's working fine. Okay, clear? Now I'll write one method to print a matrix. Public static, I don't know the return type. Okay, print matrix. Matrix print చేయమని అక్కడి నుంచి నీకు ఏం పంపిస్తారు? They will send you a matrix name, అంతే కదా? Print matrix A, print matrix B, in that way. So you will receive a 2-dimensional array. They will not send anything. They will receive a 2-dimensional array to you. For that reason, you have to write arguments like this. Okay, there is no need to declare anything. I is equal to 0, I less than, you don't know the number of rows in the matrix. Okay, for int j is equal to 0, j less than, you don't know the number of columns in the matrix, j plus plus, I've used capital here. System dot out dot println, what I have to print? A of ij will print with a gap. A of ij మీకు పంపించిన మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ను ప్రింట్ చేయాలి. This for loop is used to print a single row. Battery. Okay, so after printing this, what should you do? You have to print a new line so that you will print a tabular format. This is the printing thing we have learned. Okay, and coming to this, how many rows I have? I don't know. A 2-dimensional array is array of వన్ డైమెన్షనల్ అరేస్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ 3x5 అరే, 3 arrays of size 5 అని చెప్పుకున్నాం. సో 3 how it will come? A dot length. How many values you have in A? Okay. Yesterday I've conveyed this. In the first array, how many values you have? That is the number of columns. In that way. See what I'm doing here. I'm taking an array, printing it, and I'm not sending back anything to the caller. If you are not returning anything, you have to put void here. Void means empty data type. What is void? Empty data type. Okay. So you are returning nothing. In that way, you have to complete this. So whenever I print the matrix, where is printing the matrix? So this part is printing the matrix, no? Which matrix I am printing? C. Just I'll call that method, print matrix of C. Okay, clear? And now I'll write another method for addition. Okay, public static method ఏం చేస్తుందో నాకు తెలీదు. matrix addition. What they will send to you? They will send 2 matrices. Okay, they'll check whether those 2 matrices are compatible or not, R1 C1 R2 C2 equal or not. They'll check and they'll send 2 matrices to you, A, B. What are these 2 matrices? They are 2-dimensional arrays. Okay, they are 2-dimensional arrays. They are sending to you. Okay, here you have to calculate the sum. So to put sum, you have to create one array of size. You do not know the size. How to get the size? Number of rows is A dot length. Number of columns is A dot length of 0. Okay. Otherwise, నీకు ఇంకా confusing గా ఉంటే ఇలా చేయొచ్చు. Int rows of my answer is A dot length. Int columns of my answer is A dot A of 0 dot length. Okay. So ఇక్కడ ఇంత పొడుగ్గా రాసేయకుండా you can put, what is this? New int of R C. Okay. Now you'll create answer matrix. Int I is equal to 0, I less than R, I plus plus. So కింద ఉంది, నేను కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ స్టిల్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్. నాకే ఇంత ఒప్పుకున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఇంకెంత కష్టపడాలి సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి కదా. C of ij is equal to A of ij plus B of ij. So after completion of these 2 for loops, what I have my answer ready in C that I have to send back. Okay, so return C. What I am returning? C. What is C? A 2-dimensional array. So what should I write here? I am returning an integer 2-dimensional array. This is the return type of my matrix method. Okay. So what I'll do now? This is my matrix addition, no? Okay. I'm checking whether first one and second one are compatible or not. And here I am calling matrix addition of A comma B. See now how simple my main is looking. I am reading the first matrix, second matrix with the help of methods. I am checking whether my 2 matrices are compatible for addition or not, and I am calling matrix addition. After getting matrix addition, it is sending my answer that I have to collect in a variable. Okay, and this variable is an integer, a 2-dimensional integer array. So I have collected into a C and I printed that C. Okay, if these 2 are not equal, I am printing the error message anyways. So in this way we reduced. Suppose if I want to do matrix multiplication, I'll call those again and again. Okay, we'll run and quit for today. So Java C matrix multiplication. Somewhere I got an error. Where? What's the line number? 24. So see, for rows and columns, columns I have used C. For matrix also I have used C. Okay. So I'm utilizing the benefit of case here. So కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ గా ఉంది అంటే మీరు ఇక్కడ రోస్ కాలమ్స్ అని వాడొచ్చు. అదర్వైజ్ ఇన్ ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సి ఆన్సర్ అనో రిజల్ట్ అనో పెట్టొచ్చు. దెర్ ఇస్ నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, బట్ యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్స్ ద ఎర్రర్ ఐ గాట్. ఓకే
Ma'am, in place of J, I is kept, ma'am.
What, Nana? B of I J. Okay. Thank you. ఏమైపోతుంది కదా, మళ్ళీ మీ సిఆర్ కాల్ చేసి వస్తాడని. 2 2 2 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. What is this? My matrix printing is wrong. Can you fix that? For printing each element, I want to print entire row in a single line. So I have to use print. Okay. Two, 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 1 2 3 4 1 1 1 1. Nice. So from the beginning we are doing only one program, matrix addition. At the beginning we added only 3 cross 3 3 cross 3. Later we modified our programming to add any dimensions. If they are not compatible for addition, we are printing an error message. Then we modified our program into a finer way, a structured way. We have written methods for read matrix, print matrix, and matrix addition, and we call them from main. I'll keep this in the classroom. Okay. So tomorrow we'll write transpose of a matrix and matrix multiplication also. Okay. So for today I'm closing, and take a pic of your running notes. Take a pic of your running notes.